Hello everybody and welcome to Radio Pulchérie. We are here with representatives of this year's Erasmus Plus team from the 4 countries that were here with us in Istanbul during this exciting week. My name is Joshua Robles from Sainte Pulchérie and I am joined by
Christian from North Macedonia,
Milena from Germany,
Rokos or Marco from Lithuania.
I'm also Kyra from Sainte Pulchérie, and I'm going to give you a brief explanation of Erasmus Plus. So Erasmus Plus is a project that is supported by both Erasmus and UNESCO, in which we try to understand how democratic schools are for pupils in Europe. And we have people from several countries such as Romania, North Macedonia, Germany, and Lithuania, and also Turkey. This week we had workshops and tours in order to meet the people that we're going to be working with and also understand our project.
So obviously we were a whole bunch of different cultures all crammed together for a week and during this COVID period. And so I'm sure there's been a lot of different culture shocks and seeing different cultures and being with different people and having to adjust and adapt. So I have some questions here and we'll start off with the first one and just answer freely. What were some things that you guys appreciated about your experience this week during this Erasmus Plus week?
About my experience, that's a good one. Like before I came, my parents, my friends, all of the people from North Macedonia told us the Turkish people are really welcoming, but I didn't believe it. So when I came here, I was really shocked. Like they gave us food, water, they really gave us everything that we wanted. But I am really thankful for that.
Yeah, so adding to what he said, actually Turkish people are more welcoming than expected, even though expectations were high. Like everyone keeps on saying that Turkish people are friendly and really welcoming, but now that we got to experience it ourselves, we're like, wow, I am shocked and mesmerized by like how welcoming and just natural the conversations are. Like we made so many friends in like a span of a week. My socializing skills just gotten like 3 times better actually. Because like I'm not used to talking that much and stuff. So yeah, that's what like all that matters. Like the people I found, like we all just came to each other and like found each other is what matters. So
yeah, I'm also kind of shocked that everyone here is like so nice and so friendly. I've never thought of this, and everybody's so welcoming here. I'm glad I'm here, and I made a lot of new friends, and I'm really thankful for this.
I also had a lot of expectations depending on which country people were coming from, because I'd already been to Germany, so I kind of knew that everyone was going to be friendly, but I didn't really know anyone from Lithuania. So I was so shocked that everyone was just so friendly and we had this flow of conversation going on. It was just all so nice. And I'd already been to North Macedonia, so I already knew some of the culture, but everyone was, again, so nice. And just everything went so much better than I expected it to, because I was kind of like anxious about everything as well. So I'm like really glad.
Yeah, for sure. I think personally this week was just so great, and seeing everyone, and even like some people had really great English. The Lithuanian team had incredible English.
Oh, thank you guys. so nice.
And you know, some people obviously not as good English, and just the fact that even though there were different levels of English all the way throughout, how we were all able to do and focus around one whole project.
Yeah.
We did a ton of different workshops, and where we had everyone mixed up. And so, yeah, I think that was a really cool part about this week. So, moving on to the second question. Is there anything that shocked any of you guys, whether that be just going out, the city? I mean, some of you guys come from smaller towns in the middle of Europe. The food.
The food.
The views. The view was amazing. The Bosphorus was really amazing.
Okay, so I'll go next, I think. What shocked me the most is the size of the city, actually, because that was something that, well, compared to our country, it's like 15 of our countries put together in this like one city, which is crazy. The traffic system is just, I don't know. I have all the anxiety possible just crossing the street every time.
Oh yeah, one time when we were about to cross the street, I had to warn every Lithuanian and I had to say, follow me because no car is going to stop for you. Don't ever jump in the middle of the street. They are going to crash into you no matter what. Like the cars rule here, and they were so shocked when there was like a car 10 meters away from us and that car could have stopped very well, but it didn't, and I knew that it wouldn't, so I was just waiting. And one of the Lithuanians said that car in our country would have definitely stopped. Like, they were so shocked. It was interesting.
Yeah, also the traffic lights here looks like it's only for like decorational purposes only. It doesn't even matter if it's red or green. It's like whoever does it.
It's a suggestion.
Yeah, you
That's a
can
good one.
stop. But
People crossing the
but
street,
will
you might want to
though?
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people even say like the buses don't even have brakes here.
What do you think?
The city is so crowded. It's so big and crowded. Everyone told me it's gonna be crowded, but I'm shocked that it's that crowded. Like you have to go through everyone and don't have to stop because like they're moving and they don't take care of you. And yeah, the traffic also was really hard to get to know.
Anything like about the school that shocked you guys? Obviously, we were down in the theater room for most of the time, and you know, you guys had a little tour and stuff like that. What are like some differences you guys see in like the school here? It's a small school, not that big.
Yeah.
But
Not that big.
it's big?
It's really big.
How big's your guys' school in Macedonia?
Like 2 flats, like you have like 24 rooms. That's nothing compared to yours. This
Oh, wow.
this is like huge.
I'm just gonna quote Hulk on this one. It's like I'm just gonna go for so many stairs.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
many
I think
stairs.
about your school
Yeah.
so far. But it looks really amazing. Like
Yeah.
the school itself is just beautiful.
Especially the decorations. They are really
yeah, the
good.
decorations are absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So that's interesting. How about are your guys' schools bigger in Germany and Lithuania, or?
Yeah, our school is bigger, but it's boring compared to this school because this school is like so beautiful. It's small, but it's really beautiful, and our school is like big but boring.
My school is not that big. It had like 3 floors. I mean, and most of it's just like the classrooms, really. You guys have like all the backyards and all that stuff. Like, we don't have that. So yeah, that's definitely your school wins if we're comparing like schools from Lithuania and Turkey, though.
So now just to give people a sense of what we did during this week at Erasmus, we were in the theater a long time. I know all my friends were asking, oh, what is Erasmus? What are you guys doing in Erasmus like the whole week? So just more specifically in actually like the workshops that we did in Erasmus, what would you guys say were like some of like the highlights and like, yeah, what were like?
I mean, do the introductions count or?
Everything counts.
I mean, the introductions were probably the best part of the Erasmus Plus project. I mean, we met a lot of people like from different cultures, different viewing of the world, of life. I mean, everything all in all was really good.
I really liked the introduction too because everyone got to know each other. But my favorite was the boat tour. You could saw so much of the city, and I guess it was like the most beautiful thing I've ever saw.
Well, from my point of view, I would say Erasmus is just a huge activity of like socializing, and there are some other activities like doing workshops, doing all the tasks that, yeah, so that's how I would describe Erasmus if I were to.
Yeah, collaboration and stuff with other people, for sure.
Yeah, for me, I'm not even too sure. Everything was so great. I enjoyed everything so much. I enjoyed the workshops as well because in the boat trip, for example, everyone already had a group of friends. But during the workshops, we had to work with people we didn't know. And that was like a really different experience because, I mean, it's a group project, but you're working with people you've never known. This is the people that you've met like a day before. And so that was really interesting for me. And I got to make really good friends there. Like I had so many things in common with people I didn't even think I would have anything in common, you know? So that was really interesting.
So like just as a slight branch off from this question, we did like a questionnaire. We did deciding what was going to be in the questionnaire, which was challenging.
I can vouch for that. Definitely.
Oh yeah, you were the one who was like leading. Like
Oh yeah, that was so hard.
You had to feel for the teachers for that moment. Like,
Yeah.
how do teachers feel when no one is listening? Well, not no one was listening, but like not many people listening. Just like, you know.
It was only like 5 people who actually wanted to participate. And like, it was like these 5 that were actually here. Like Joshua helped me out the most because I would just say like, do you guys want this to be on the questionnaire? And people will be like, yes, but they didn't even hear the question.
As in like, yeah, sure.
Like, yeah, sure, let's just get this over with. So it was really hard. My respect for teachers right now is like off the roof. Like, it's amazing.
So, about that, which one would you guys say was, of all the workshops, the best? We also did like a different words and stuff and matching definition, examples in a democratic society of different vocab and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. What would you guys say was the best one and why?
I mean, I really like the puzzle one. You know, it was just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the puzzle one was like the most interesting so far.
Yeah,
Well, not so
the best
far,
one.
but overall. Yeah, because we had to split in like groups of 3. This is one, you know, when Kyra has mentioned already that we didn't really know each other. So those like tasks really like brought us together,
Yeah.
like to get to know each other well. And yeah, that was really fun. So also matching part was like interesting. Had to know some definitions myself. I haven't like heard before. So like, yeah.
I totally agree to this.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so the first, just to give a rundown of what we did in the weeks. The first week we did the 4 sessions where we had introduction, workshops. The second day was also similar, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then the third day we started off with some workshops, and then we went touring on the boat tour,
Yes.
and we got Smith and did some of the Simit, whatever. We
Oh,
did
yeah.
some of, you know, the classic stuff everyone does on a pretty daily basis. And then yesterday we did all the classic monuments in Turkey, the Hagia Sophia, Topkapı, and everything like that. So yeah, each one of you guys, how about you just share which day was your favorite and why, and yeah, what you guys will talk about when you guys go back.
Can we just say all of them?
You can if you want
that's
to.
so nice.
Do we all agree?
Yeah, we do. But
Come on, there's got to be a favorite.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, as I said before, like my favorite day was the boat trip. I really enjoyed it, and the summit was good too.
Yeah, so as he mentioned, all of them were actually really fun. However, the boat trip and the afterward, like whatever happened after the boat trip was like the most, like something that I'm definitely gonna remember. Like we had to like, well, our group and Kyra and Melis has been exploring like the deeper parts of Istanbul, like the not just our area, like where our hotel is. So that was like the most memorable, I think, well, for me. So that boat day trip.
Yeah, same for me, I think. The boat was interesting because I had never been on a trip like that. I don't think people who live in Istanbul do things like that. You only take the boat if you need to go to like Kadıköy or like somewhere else. So that was quite interesting. It started raining like halfway through the trip, and that like I didn't know what to do. I had brought like a jacket with me, but that was interesting. People were still on the top. I didn't know what they were doing, honestly. I just went to the bottom. I didn't want to get wet, but I still did. So yeah. And then afterwards, like Mako said, we took them to Kadıköy, which is like a place where a lot of like teenagers hang out. So that was quite interesting. We got them to, I did a coffee reading on them.
Oh, that was okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I really wanted our friends to understand Turkish traditions. So we did like traditional coffee readings, which was quite nice. I'm going to try to do one to every single one before this day ends, like every person. So that's going to be really interesting. Mako, can you say a few things about that?
Okay, yeah. So this is me being definitely a little scared of whatever I've experienced during that, because before that, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical with that all, you know, coffee readings, all the magical stuff, whatever. But when it happened, like it was a shame that I didn't get to finish it, but like I heard enough. Like the stuff I've heard was like, how does she know that? I'm scared of her. Help. Yeah, so that's how I would describe the coffee. But it was interesting. Like, it was really interesting. And I wouldn't say that it was like some cliche phrases thrown like I thought it would be. Like, oh, you're going to have a good year or a bad year or whatever. No. That was so accurate. And the way she acted natural about it makes me believe like every single word she said. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, thank you guys everyone for coming in, and extra thanks to even people don't know this, but Romania wasn't able to come, so poor souls had to.
That's a shame. Yeah, I actually feel really bad every time I see them on the screen. It's like
so
my
sad.
heart breaks.
It makes me
for
sad.
them.
But anyway, that's part of what this period of COVID has brought us. But despite the circumstances, we all had a really great week with Erasmus Plus and everyone who hosted it, Sainte Pulchérie, and all the teachers that joined us from different countries and the project that they put on. So yeah, thank you guys everyone for coming.
Thank you for having us on behalf of the whole teachers, the students, and everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having us. I hope we'll be seeing each other in other countries, and you're more than welcome in our schools. And yeah, you'll get to experience Lithuanian experience, like Macedonian experience, German. And yeah, we gotta work up for what we got like as the first trip. Like that was definitely, we gotta like at least try to look as good as like gotta make your experience as good as we had it with all that stuff.
Happening.
So, like, yeah, so yeah, thanks for having us, and yeah.
Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
You guys just listened to Radio Pulchérie and what we did with Erasmus Plus between the dates of 27th of September and the 1st of October. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.